In the Radish break room, we break it down. Wonders Bow Battle, best show in town. Gen Con, Tech Super, break it down. In the Radish break room, in the Radish break room.
That is a sound effect. that was not me. That was actually the sound effect of our new StreamYard. Hey, this is Slappy White. This is Radish Break Room. We are here with Tech Super and Gen Con. We're going to talk about Bo Jackson Battle Arena, Wonders of the First, whatever's on your mind. Thanks for joining us today. And so let's bring up Tex and Jen. Jen, how are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, but I'm feeling I don't want to say underdressed, under accessorized, I guess, for that intro music. Like I feel I need like maybe a tat on my face or
like a smoke machine and some strobe lights.
Yeah, a tat. You just need to be in like a black dress that's so tight, like when you walk, you're like this, and you're about to go. You're gonna do a little LSD and like go clubbing, or I guess that's probably LSD is what would the kids do? Text at a club.
Molly. Is
Molly.
that still a thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody just do Rooflin and Oxy nowadays?
I don't think people do Rooflin. I think Rooflin
is done to them.
To you.
Right.
I don't think people purposely do Rooflin.
You never know. There's a lot of I don't kink shame. That's one thing I don't do. So
wait. You don't shame people who rape people? Is that what you're saying? What you said?
No, I'm saying if you're taking it, if you're dosing yourself.
Okay.
I'm not saying if you're not raping people. No, I would like to make a stand now. Tech Cooper is not pro rape. Very anti-rape.
He's just pro you roofing yourself.
Just if you like to roof yourself. And I like to tell people, and since I own a bar, I prefer half a roofie because I want to remember.
So. How about none?
Yeah.
Like why?
Until this, by the way, the audience, like in our first 90 seconds, we did literally drop someone, and it's like I attribute to a Texas stance on roofies. By the way, Jen, until this conversation, I didn't even know there was any other thing to do with roofies other than date rape
I didn't either.
Bar rape. Yeah.
I did not either.
Tex, I didn't know people did it for pleasure.
I don't know if they do. I'm just saying.
I don't think they do.
People do a lot of weird stuff.
All right,
I'll send you some videos. People do weird things.
So Whiplash says nobody does drugs anymore, and he says this is pretty dark.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Cody.
All right. Hey, so this is Radish Break. This is Radish Break Room. It's Gen Con Tech Super. Excited because we're actually streaming this on StreamYard. A little bit different than what we usually do. Restream for folks in the technical know-how. Yes, I used OBS in the past. I want to make, when we do content, I want to make it as simple as possible so we can focus on great content like this. If we have to focus on the technical, you won't hear Tex and Jen talking about roofies. And so we need to focus on that. And I will say, I'm excited. We did Creators of the First last night, and it's just everything's automatically with the intro and the exit. So no more fumbling. But of course, we don't have that today because we just got on this platform yesterday. So we will be working with the legendary Gen Con intros that we can put in front of this with that beautiful music. It's going to be there. And it really describes Jen and Tex perfectly. All right. Big news.
Wait, before we start, I just have to address something. Slappy lives in like a 200-year-old house, which is entirely lit by candlelight. I just want everybody to know that. So
there's no.
So if you're wondering why he's
oil lamps.
He's burning whale oil.
Yeah, actually, that wouldn't be too far-fetched for the Newport, Rhode Island. Newport, Rhode Island used to be one of the biggest ports in the country. It was the biggest port in the country. Tex, can you show folks what you're going to rip at the end so people will stick around, and also for folks who just want to see a live rip?
Hobby box.
Yep. And Tex will take off his background when he does it.
Maybe.
Yeah, you will. So we can see that. So you don't have to do this constantly. Can you see it? Is this?
I will
is
take the
this-
background off.
Yeah. All right. So first thing we have to talk about, Jen, is that can you tell us
Nope.
what was the big news from? Because you're busy with real
Nope.
life.
I cannot
what-
tell you. I cannot
what-
tell you
What was
anything.
the big news? What was the big news with Hobby Club? What bombshell dropped yesterday?
I have no idea. I heard it being
Real-
referenced and I tried to search and find it, but
I
oh
know.
Lord,
you
help us.
you wait, hold on. Go ahead. You up there.
Me, pick me.
You.
News came down kind of out of the blue that Cardio Chris from Hobby Club is no longer with the company. He has stepped down as CEO and has been replaced by George Wendt, not to be confused with the George Wendt that played Norm on Cheers.
Yeah, no, not him. Okay.
But yeah, well, George is dead, I believe, so probably not him.
Okay.
Is he dead or is he living in Texas running a 3PL? But
well, I guess we'll find out. I don't think anybody's actually seen a picture of George, so who knows? But yeah, so Chris is out. We don't have a lot of details on what happened. In the statement that was released, it was kind of an odd statement saying he had stepped down and everything, but he still may continue to stream a little bit, which was kind of interesting.
So he's still
in
doing
the
some
message.
of the breaks.
Well, it was unclear. It said
Okay.
he may continue to do some breaking, but he's at least stepped down as CEO. So
and actually,
that's pretty much all we know.
If you're not subscribed to the channel that you broadcast on, is we take the important announcements from Bo Jackson Battle Arena, Wonders of the First, ancillary ones like Shockham Comics and
Jen, you might want to join the Discord.
I am, and I did look, though I only tried to search briefly, and then I got distracted again.
All right,
I will say that since Griffey, the Discord has been just insane. It's like impossible to follow if you miss even 10 minutes.
Well, listen, here's the announcement in the Hobby Club Discord, Jen. My name is George, and I'm not a streamer. As of last night, however, by the way, you can't make this stuff up. The guy's name on Discord, it's George, but if you click on it, is George Doesn't Know. That's his handle on Discord. Apparently, he does know. The only one at Hobby knows.
I love my CEOs to not know.
Well, you know what? It's Jen's the CEO, same way. Like, right? She said, "I don't know what's happened." My name is George, and I'm not a streamer. As it's kind of like Alcoholics Anonymous. My name's George. I'm not a streamer. When everybody's becoming a Griffey streamer, My name is George, and I'm not a streamer. As of last night, however, I am the CEO of Cardio, which owns Hobby Club. Chris has decided to step down to pursue other opportunities, and we wish him all the best in those ventures. This means very little for the streams other than the fact that Chris won't be streaming much, if at all, since he simply won't have the time. Cole and Mitch will continue their excellent shows, and we are working to hire another streamer ASAP, if Jen's looking for a job. We are very proud and thankful for our relationship streaming both Bo Jackson Battle Arena and Wonders of the First. You can look forward to us streaming these products and posting all the major hits in this Discord. If you have any questions or concern about this, please feel free to reach out to me at george.wendt@cardi.io. So that's the announcement, Jen.
It's really a shame because Chris was, he was essentially the face of Hobby Club and Cardio, and he's been, he's at the National, he's at the Shattering, they're at all the events. He's it's going to be interesting to see moving forward what the relationship ends up being.
All right, so that was the official announcement, and now I know Discord all too well. So what were the conspiracy theories?
I didn't read the Discord. That's Slappy's department.
No, and I did reach out to our sources within the Hobby Club organization, and I didn't get any on the record or off the record quotes, but I'm actually not hearing the real story. So it's kind of interesting when you talk about Chris saying that he might do some, they're almost saying like, no way he's going to break. But like, he might, but if he does, it won't be much. But then it also says, cause he's busy. So is he going on to another venture? Is he going to a new company? Or is it just, he does have the newborn. So maybe he's focusing
No,
on
Mitch
that.
has the newborn.
Well, Chris's isn't.
Oh,
He's
great.
still young, like a
I think
year.
she just turned 1, so she's
Yeah,
between
not
1
a
and 2.
newborn.
Ah, she's fine. She's like on solid foods. Kid doesn't need much help.
Yeah, in Vikings, Ragnar put Ivar off in the woods because, of course, he couldn't walk, but like he did that in less than a year, right? And the kid survived.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jen, I mean, what are your first thoughts? Like, are you shocked that we just told you this information?
Yes and no, I guess. I'm 50-50 split.
Right. Well, then that means no. If you can be 50% not, you're not.
Yeah. So yeah. I guess I'm not shocked, and I am shocked. I'm like, yeah.
I find the messaging weird. Like he's leaving the company, but he may still break, but he probably won't. But he's very busy. Was he very busy? Like, yeah, it was. I don't know. I thought the middle part of that
Yeah,
press release was
I don't
very
know.
odd.
My initial thought or theory, I guess, is that he found something else that he wanted to do, and I don't know, because he did multiple. His hands were in like multiple different ventures and things, and all different kinds of directions. So maybe he found something else that he wanted to put his time in that better suited him. I don't know.
He just did a giant break, like a couple days.
Yeah, but those are the break. Those are the break. I mean, I think that's why they're saying he may come back, because I think that's the part he really enjoyed. I don't think he enjoyed the rest of it that came along with it.
Yeah, it just seems odd. It was so abrupt. He comes off of doing this huge. They did, what did they do? They did like 72 straight hours basically of breaking. He was doing much of it. And then, 2 days later, he's leaving the company. I don't know. A lot more questions than answers. At this
yes.
point. We'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. Jen, do you have a cliche you can throw in there?
I don't.
Oh, Slappy cliche?
No.
Oh. Excellent.
Well,
so what's next?
I was trying to see if anyone had texted me. I know some folks who are watching this live. This is Radish Break Room, hosted by Gen Con and Tech Super. I'm Slappy White, the moderator and producer, and we have we're recording this live. It's every Wednesday at noon. Today was a little bit late, started 12:15. We'll get to that 12:15 Eastern. Explain that in a little bit. But for those of us, apologize when we look down at our phones, but we're lucky when we record this live. Sometimes we do get messages with the inside information, trying to get that. But all right, so what's the impact?
My son just got his braces off.
Wait, hold on. You want to know
that breaking news?
Woo woo!
Yay!
Wait, what happened? Your son what?
My son just got his braces off.
What hey, what they don't have on Restream. I'm not used to going around the dashboard and finding it. You heard earlier.
Oh my god.
You could have at least couldn't you have at least got the audio drop for the Wilhelm scream?
Hey, you guys thought that was me in the intro, right? That was screaming.
I didn't know what it was.
So I will say last week, I did have one comment about how many lines of cocaine I did when I came in with that strong opening. Yes. But I will say with songs like the Bo Battle song, like, Jen wants to go clubbing. Like, I just am pumped up in here. I'm like, woo, woo. You got that. But here are the other ones in case you want me to cue it up. It's like, that can be used quite a bit.
That can be used quite a bit for text. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. I don't know what the bound that I'm gonna get rid of that one, and then of course, text cliche.
That's my heart whenever I see Jen.
Yeah, this is. Hey, what does a 3-chamber heart sound like? What does the oldest living person with 3 chambers sound like?
That was your cricket sound effect.
Oh my
moment.
God. Jen,
or your rim shot.
When we were on BoBA Breakers backstage, I brought up the fact to these breakers. I forgot there's a whole new audience out there that doesn't understand that he has 3 chambers in his heart, And when I brought it up to the breakers, I thought like of all the people, right? These are cold. They're, they're just calculating. They're going to just like, they're going to roast him the way we do. Instead, I think one of them was like, I want to hug you. Another one was like, oh my gosh, Tex, like, are you okay?
I'm very huggable.
I felt bad for bringing it up at that point. I'm like, seriously, that's what we're gonna do when you find out the guy doesn't have 4 chambers. All right.
Yeah, there's empathy, sympathy, and tax not in the same sentence. No
sympathy for the devil. Come on. There's a famous song about it.
I'm sorry, but hello, people. This is the man who just said that people roofie themselves.
I said maybe.
Yeah. All right. So Cody brings up one question.
I don't know what you do at your clubbing nights out, Jen, when you're.
Yeah.
She's careful. She's careful is what she is. Odd. Cody said odd timing. He just did the Griffey stream from his own house, and then a day later he's out. What text you brought up? So that also is a question that hasn't been answered. Is did he step away or was he asked to leave? Is that's a couple questions. But I mean, obviously, like with Chris is that and cardio is I think. I don't want to say that Griffey at Bo Jackson Battle Arena and Wonders of the First couldn't have taken off without cardio, without Chris, without Hobby Club, without Caster Society. But I think it made it much easier. And I'm a big fan, like I know it's a broken record now, of Malcolm Gladwell and Tipping Point. It's the little things that make things, get escape velocity. And do you think Frenchie isn't somebody who needs people to save him so that his projects can succeed? I think it would have succeeded, but I fully believe it is further along and got to where it was in a big way because of Hobby Club and those early adapters who saw it and were buying in and the showmanship that Chris brought to it. So I wish only the best for him. And so then the question is now you have Mitch and Cole who are very fun on their own. And I find it interesting because I actually think that, and I think George Wendt said like we still have 2 excellent streamers is they could be Bill and Ted, excellent adventures, but I think you're going to unleash Mitch and Cole. If I had a bet, I bet you Cardio Chris had a lot of influence on what kind of streams they were doing, production, in terms of, you see Valley Hits, dressing up as Willy Wonka and all that. I think Cardio Chris kind of ran that at Hobby. And I think not that Mitch and Cole didn't have input, but I think when they're the ones calling the shots, like I'm interested to see what it is because those guys are pretty crazy on their own. I mean, they don't need Chris to be crazy. They can be crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Mitch and Cole are wonderful.
Yeah.
Streams. They're great to break with and they're a lot of fun and they're incredibly knowledgeable and they're great guys. We've met both of them and spent time with them. Actually, Jen, you have, right? You've met Mitch and Cole and everybody. Yeah. Yes. So it's I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. It's definitely a huge loss, and I completely agree with you. I don't think BoBA would be anywhere near where it is in popularity and scope right now if it wasn't for Hobby Club. I mean, I think they definitely push the ball forward. I mean, maybe even as much as a year, from where this product was when it launched to, where it would be now a year later without Hobby Club, I think would be drastically different. I think there wouldn't be, I don't know if it would be in Dick's. I don't know if it would be in Target. I don't know how.
Can we say Dick's Sporting Goods?
Huge. Oh, Dick's Sporting Goods, yes.
I don't think it'd be in Dick's. I don't think it'd be that huge. Just do you hear yourself?
Not that it would be at this point.
I know.
Like, I'm not saying it wouldn't have
you're
gotten
missing the double entendre.
Yes. Yeah.
I get it. I'm trying to finish my thought.
All right. Yeah.
While you talk about Dick's Sporting Goods.
Nice pause. Jen, I mean, any thoughts about, are you the contrarian? Or are you going to say no? Like it really, they happen to be the people there, but somebody else would have filled the void. And it wouldn't matter whether it was Hobby Club or, Bazooka would have found their legs a lot earlier or, Simo Cells or Cursive, one of those guys would have been in there earlier and they would have filled the void and would have been just as, or Part Society or Mainly Breaks or.
No, not that I ever want to fully agree with Tax on anything, but no, I kind of agree that I think Chris drove a lot of the early adoption or a lot of the new, watching his streams from the beginning, just, the hype and the energy that he brought his, elevator pitch to explain
Close your eyes.
The game and everything like that. I mean, just there are things that he did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure, like, from a Whatnot perspective and like online breaking, like, he was the first. They were it to begin with. So
Yep.
I don't know. I don't necessarily think. I mean, eventually other people would have come on board and done it, like all the guys that are doing it now or whatever, but I don't think they would have come sooner if Chris wasn't around. I think Chris drove other online streamers. I mean, you look at it now, like when everything came out and Chris started doing it, like, Chris was the only one.
Yeah.
Right? Hobby Club, cardio, when they started, whatever, those were the only breaks. And now I think even like 2 months ago or someone had put something in Discord where they actually counted like how many breaks and single sales and everything, like streams there were in Whatnot. And like, it was,
last night, I think at one point there were 5 or 6 different people breaking Bo Jackson at the same time on Whatnot last night.
Yeah.
And I mean, that doesn't happen without Hobby Club and Chris.
Correct.
Well, and I think that, I shared it with Chris once, and it kind of goes on the line of, my wife, the biggest compliment I give my wife that is she takes as an insult. And I think most people would, but it's kind of my Ayn Rand type brain.
That's why I never compliment my wife.
I
don't want to risk the insult.
I say to my wife, I say, I don't need to be with you. I choose to be with you, which to me is the greatest compliment you could pay someone, because there's so many people, right? They just need to be in a relationship all the time. And so it's just, there was proximity, there was similarity, right? That was the worst part about taking, science in college, is learning, they break love down into like proximity, similarity, and I'm forgetting the third one. But if you say you don't do it, so with Chris, it's like, I'm going to give him a compliment, which I feel like is going to end up like the compliment I give my wife. But Chris reminds me of Howard Stern a little bit, is that I used to, in the old days, I used to listen to Howard Stern on the radio, and I only tuned in for the news. I never wanted to hear the burp fart humor. Didn't do it for me. I liked the news when Robin would read the news and Howard Stern would comment on it, because he was so cerebral, and his analysis and humor combined on the news of the day was just so insightful and funny. It was just deep humor, and I loved it. And I don't begrudge the people who loved his, Bubba Booey humor. Like, but that's not what drives me. And it's the same way with, like, I'm actually not driven by the showmanship. I appreciate it. I know other people love it. It's like a different type of beer. Like, that's not the one I want. But when Chris has appeared on Radish shows, when he's sitting on the couch and he's calm and he's quiet and he goes and he talks, like, not a 10-second soundbite about a card, but he talks for 90 seconds and he streams those thoughts together. And the times we've spoken to him at the Shattering or National, he's a deeply insightful person about Bo Jackson Battle Arena, about breaking, about everything. And that will miss. But this is a perfect segue, because one of the things that I wanted to ask you guys about is I saw another breaker who was looking for a geek. And so we're gonna twist ourselves into contortions to explain what a geek is, and we're gonna have a fun way to do that. If you're in Bo Jackson Battle Arena or Wonders the First, you definitely want to have a geek. But my question is going to be: are people feeling like, are we scared that the breakers are taking up all the geeks, and if they all move in there for the benefit, do you push the average person out because they're not getting the profit out of a geek the way a breaker would? Tex, what were you gonna
well, before we get into the break thing, I just want to say one more thing on the Chris issue, is that not only would BoBA not be where it is today, Hobby Club would not be where it is today if it wasn't for Chris. I mean, Hobby Club is absolutely huge on Whatnot, and does insane breaks. And again, I mean, they, where were they before, Chris and BoBA? They were a small, breaker. I don't even know how much breaking they were even doing, but so it worked out. Chris was the driving force not only for that company, but for the Bo Jackson company too. Help move both along. As far as breakers,
no, hold on. Before we get in it, we got to explain the geeks. So here's what we're gonna do, and I should have given Jen a warno. So whichever one wants to go first.
Jen,
We're
it's all
good.
you.
We're gonna record a video and we're gonna put it out there. So when people say what's a geek, because I personally have fielded probably 10 calls over the last 2 months, and I tell people in the community, I'm like, here's my phone number. If you want, I'll talk to you, because I'm like, I can talk on the phone with a human being and do it 100 times, but I can't write the same thing 100 times. It's just painful, and to explain what a geek is, and it's hard to get it down to a elevator pitch. So Jen and Tex, for our community that's watching, appreciate all you who are watching this live and also in replay. This is Radish Break Room. We're live on every Wednesday at noon Eastern, and we talk about Bo Jackson Battle Arena, Wonders of the First, and Cosmics pretty soon. But Jen and Tex, who wants to take a stab and explain to the community what? All right, wait, hold on. I'm going to use the spin wheel. Wait, slowing down. Oh, Tex, it stopped on you.
You know, you're just gonna have to correct what I say here.
better you than me.
That's why we let you go first.
How far back am I going with this? Am I going back to the
no? You're trying
Raz days and
no, you had to explain why would a new basically what a geek is and why a new person.
A geek comes from the early original days of.
You're like in Europe 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Those are Greeks, not geeks.
Yeah.
When the dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Yes. First, the earth cooled. So geeks were a NFT that you could purchase, and that gave you access to the greater block packs world, and it's evolved through this company has moved into Bo Jackson and Wonders and a couple other things, and the geeks have always, that was kind of like your membership card, and with membership came privileges like American Express, right? Wasn't that their thing?
Yes. Membership has its privileges.
And so, yeah, membership has its privileges. Well, your geek was your membership, and there were 3 levels of geeks. There was your all-star geek, which was your base level geek. There was your hero geek, which is middle of the road geek. And then there was your legend geek, which was your top of the line one and got you the most benefits. You could own as many of them as you wanted of each. You would have to buy them from other people. There was a question in the chat about a finite number of geeks. There is a finite number.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Do you know what that number is?
Yeah, we will, but let's not do the questions. Just you.
And if you want, I'm just.
Yeah. No, thanks. I just want to put.
And now the geeks have moved into with BoBA and Wonders that when new products come out, geek holders, members, essentially, are able to purchase, boxes of various different treatments. Based on the geeks you hold. Each geek is given a specific allotment that you're available to buy with that geek. And that's how geeks work now for the most part. Frenchie has stated that geeks will always be part of everything that they do going forward. And it behooves you, if you're serious about this stuff and serious about Bo Battle Arena and Wonders and being in this community, that if you can track yourself down a geek, that you want to do that and you want to hold one and reap the benefits. How was that?
That was
pretty
wait,
good.
oh, damn it. Hold on a second. Wait, hold on. By the way, I'm not sure if something like, I almost wonder if somebody retweeted us or reposted us on X, because our live numbers are going through the roof, and it's primarily being driven by X. So
Jen and I are awesome.
For those, or it's your soliloquy just now. Just people were like, "You got to hear this dude explaining about geeks." But anyway,
you got to hear this guy talk about Rooflin.
Yeah.
For those of you, yeah, it's just
he's a maniac.
I will say that appreciate everybody who's watching us live on Radish Break Room, and also those of you who watch it recorded. Is that wow? That sounded like Tex has control of the soundboard now. All right, so Jen, anything that you want to tweak or add that he said?
No, I will say like it. I kind of treat it as it's kind of like your backstage pass in a way. Um, if I know we don't like mentioning the Discord name,
The D word.
terminology, but there is a special channel for geeks, and they do get additional privileges, like Tech said. It's not always boxes; it's ever changing, ever evolving. It's whatever the team, aka Frenchie, decides he wants to do at the time. It has never A reward has never disappointed anyone. But it's wide in variety. It doesn't, like I said, it's not always necessarily a box. Each release and each product is different depending on what he wants to do. But the goal remains the same from what he and the team has always said, is that the geeks were basically the foundation of block packs when we started. So they will always hold a special place and always, be rewarded in one way, shape, or form going forward. So to echo Slappy and Tex, that if you have the opportunity to get one and purchase one, I would do it. I'm sure Slappy has numbers and everything on sales and how many are actually available. I mean, I know for a fact there probably is not more than 2, maybe 3.
It looks like there are 3 available on OpenSea right now.
Yeah, that seems to be anywhere between 1 and 3 for sale
Right.
at any one time.
Well, before we get that text, you can check what's available on block packs, and then we have an answer to Whiplash's question: is there a finite number of geeks? You answered yes, text, but actually the answer is more nuanced than that. It's yes and no.
Correct.
But so when it comes to the geeks, is that I think you guys did a great job. Is that it's a membership card in a community. And so what's really confusing is that Jeff Frenchie, who started both Bo Jackson Ballerina and Wonders of the First, he's not alone. He has partners. Like in Bo Jackson Ballerina, it's Bo Jackson. So these geeks that he created back in 2021 is that he created it before these projects. So he, as co-owner of these things, he has leeway. He doesn't have full leeway to do whatever he wants, but he's always looking to benefit those people. So if you get this, you get benefits, you get access. It's kind of like the Montgomery Club, the way I hear it used to be with Tops before they really just crap the crap out of it. And there's really no benefits, but access to product, preferable pricing, and what you can do. And the reason why is these are people who the geek community is the one who helped get Bo Jackson Ballerina off the ground. I can't stress this enough. Like everybody knows Monday Morning Quarterback, like, oh, how lucky are they? You have to understand is like, Frenchie brought Bo Jackson Ballerina to the community and said, hey, here's my idea. I came up with this idea when I was 12 years old. Give me thousands of dollars. And, in a year, you'll have a physical card you can look at. And, guys, it's going to be really cool.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If everything works out.
I mean, and for Wonders of the First people, they were going to do 5,000 serialized Advantage boxes, the Dragon boxes. The reason why they only did around 3,000 is because they couldn't sell it out, and they were selling them for $225. Today, they're going for around $1,200. He could not sell them out at $225. And it's not that the community didn't believe in it, but people were like, dude, I've got, $3,000 into these imaginary boxes that I've never seen before. Great, artist sketch you did of what they're going to look like. So again, if you're a geek and you want to take a chance, like you'll see this. And they have, for folks who don't know, is there's another project coming up. It's going to be their version of Pokemon. It's called Cosmics. That's coming down the pike. So being a geek lets you take the risk, but also be part of the reward. So, but it brings in like, so the question, let's get to the 2 points that Whiplash talked about. So Tex, Whiplash
quickly.
Yep.
There is one geek available in the marketplace for 2,750,000 miles. It is a legend geek.
Yeah. And that's Wiss Rhino. And it's 2 million what?
750,000. It works out to
oh, you figured it out.
Yeah, it's what is it, just over $6,000.
Yeah, and folks should know when these came out, the Legend Geeks, they were the only geek available, and they actually sold for around 4,000 to 4,500 when they first came out. And if you ask, according to Hen, he knows because he picked up at least one at that price. And then they actually went way down, and then just as recently as I think 18 months ago, they were selling for like $800 because
Yeah.
people weren't sure. Well, and right now a Legend is going for around 2,000 to 2,500. Yes, Tex.
Well, it's more than that because these are the only two that are available. There's one on OpenSea, and there's one in the marketplace I just mentioned. The one on OpenSea is 1.125 ETH, or a little over $3,500.
And this is the person selling the Legend Geek on OpenSea is the one who dumped his Dragon boxes during the Dragon Cup for $500. So
Milk My Sheep is
yes,
his name.
and I do have an offer out. I believe I have the highest offer out on the Legend Geek.
Jen,
All right, we're not going to talk about roofies and sheep right now. All right, so I will say when it comes to the geeks is that Tech Super was saying, and this is the nuance thing, is that originally this was because Frenchie is a big believer in the blockchain. And one thing to clear up is that people will say like this is, Bo Jackson Ballerina or Wonders of the First. It's a crypto bro thing. And there are definitely blockchain projects that Frenchie has done. Wonders of the First will succeed or fail based on the game. Nothing to do with the blockchain. Bo Jackson Battle Arena, the IP for Home Team Hero started as digital cards that were on the blockchain. But the Bo Jackson Battle Arena, it's a physical card that's going to die or survive based on the physical product. Now, with that said, these geeks that you get, they originally were a blockchain. They still are a blockchain asset. And so what they did is they created an internal marketplace at something called BlockPacks, which that's kind of the mothership of Bo Jackson Battle Arena and Wonders of the First. And they gave people the freedom to move their geeks from the blockchain into BlockPacks, so there was more security and safety. People like Tex couldn't wait to do it. People like me, I want to keep it on the blockchain. So when Tex is saying how many are available at blockpacks.com and how many are available on the blockchain by looking at it through OpenSea, it's two different marketplaces. So you have to check both places if you're actually looking to pick one up. In terms of the total quantity, there's 938 geeks. So there's 201 all-stars, the ones that are at the lowest. There's 396 heroes, and there's 341 legends. And now these are, the other thing to keep in mind is generally it breaks down the benefit 5-2-1. It doesn't make sense, but like if there's a benefit to be had, you get 5 boxes at legend, 2 at hero, and 1 in all-star. That's kind of what they
you're
generally
still buying the boxes. You're not getting the boxes.
right.
You're getting access to the boxes.
Yep. And so right now there's 938 total geeks, but of course, what I tell people who are about to buy it, Frenchie, I rightfully so. I think he's a little irritated that people are not properly valuing the geeks. They're selling them when he's put so much value between Wonders and Bo Jackson Battle Arena, and they're selling basically at 12 months trailing earnings, which is just in the corporate world or the stock world that would never happen. So Jeff, these are NFTs. And so they could just create more anytime they want. But if they did that, I mean, the downward pressure is like, I can't. Can you guys see Frenchie creating more geeks while there's that people aren't valuing these properly?
No, because you have to remember, this wasn't like Frenchie didn't create the geeks and then put them out there and people bought them. Like you had to earn. You either you had to earn your geek by the collections you held or things that you earned, or there were a bunch that were put into the Razzes and the Rips back in the day, and you won them as prizes, or you could get them through the lottery and stuff like that. It wasn't like here's this product called Geeks, if you have enough money to spend you can buy it type of thing, and you can buy however many you want. You can buy 100 of them, you can buy 250 of them. No, these were earned entity, earned items or rewards given for, support, contribution, like, things like that. So I never see them just willy-nilly creating more.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. And do we know how many I mean, we do know there are some that have been held back, correct? That have never
No, I mean, it's the
been
chain
released?
the chain is the chain. If it's I out of the total number I gave you, 201 for All Star, 396 for Hero, 341 for Legend. Any held back are in a BlockPax wallet, and that would show up in that
Right.
number.
But that's what I'm
So
saying. That they exist, but they just are still being held by the company for, down the road or whatever may come, right? To be able to
Yeah,
release
I don't
more
think they're
eventually.
all I don't think they're all fully in the wild. I
Right.
agree
That's what
with
I
you,
mean.
Lex.
I think the
Yeah.
company's held back
well,
some.
I will say is that if you look at, I believe the wallet that is, and I'd have to go, I don't have it in front of me, but the top wallet holds 396. If I had to guess, those are the ones that have been swapped in, and everybody's sending it to the
The
custodial
marketplace.
BlockPax wallet.
Yeah.
And although, well, and then swap.blockpax.eth, because that's not where you send it to bank.blockpax.eth. So swap.blockpax.eth is the second biggest holder with 209 geeks. So to your point, Tex, that could be what they're holding back is 209 geeks. Again, the top wallet is 391. The second one is 209. And then of course the third wallet is actually Alpha Block, which is 40. So the fact that Alpha or 45, Alpha's still holding 45. I don't believe that's part of his consortium. So, and of course, Nifty Metagirl, who we all know who have been around, she's still holding 19 geeks, which is the largest out on the on OpenSea.
It's good to be the queen.
Yes. And so guys, the question is, and that was great with Whiplash talking about, they're actually breakers were actually talking about it in Discord right now, which is funny. So, that's my concern is Frenchie looks at this, and Jen, you laid it out perfectly. Like, these were earned. They weren't purchased. This wasn't an early sale. He did it. The Legend Geeks were the people who bought into the first 3 products he sold. And you were awarded with this Legend, which was worth $4,000 right away. And so for Frenchie, it's very much a loyalty, a reward type thing. So if more breakers come in and then all of a sudden you see them just buying up every geek they can, and it turns into like, I mean, if they keep buying every available geek and they own 70% of the legends that are coming, if they eventually own 70%, will Frenchie look at it a little bit differently? Will he take steps to mitigate it? He loves the free market. He doesn't like to get involved. But conversely, if it's just going to be a funnel system, a distribution system for breakers, then the few people who still hold on to their geeks, do you think then it'll change? Because we know how Frenchie feels about breakers, loves them to death, believes they need to bring entertainment value and survive on their own. They shouldn't be getting discounted product. And that's essentially what they would be doing, is end around his belief to get this discounted product. And by the way, I love breakers. I'm not dissing them. I'm just saying that this, to me, I see this as a real problem that could develop. Do you guys not? I mean, I didn't think about it till today, but don't you guys think this could turn into a problem if they aggressively go after these geeks, the breakers?
Well, I mean, they're going to have to find people in the community who are basically willing to sell them for them.
That's
or
my
to
whole
them.
thing. It's like, again, these geeks are not out there to just buy willy-nilly when they want to. Like I said, for the past probably year, there's only been like 1 to 3 probably that have been up for sale and things like that. So
yeah, and
I don't.
How,
go ahead.
yeah, how many people that own multiple in the community are going to want to sell any of theirs? I mean, I hold one of each, and I mean, there's pretty much nothing you could offer me to get, one of them away from me. I mean, give me $1 million, you can have everything I got.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
but
I'm
realistically, I would never sell mine.
Yeah, I'm sure there are people out there. I mean, like, right? I mean, obviously, geeks are changing hands.
Mm-hmm.
Whether
Rarely,
it's buying,
though.
whether
Rarely.
it's trading, whether it's buying, whether it's people do look to get rid of them. It all depends on the price and what they're looking to get out and what situation they're currently in. So yes, I do think that breaker, if they're out there aggressively hunting them, then yes, they will probably pick up a handful of them. Do I think it will get to the point where it will be off-putting or unbalance the scale? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's enough people willing to sell that many of them. And with each one that sells, I mean, the price is going to go up. So, I mean, if we're talking $3,000 to $6,000 right now for a Legend Geek, and those two sell, the next one that comes up, is going to be
Well,
$7,000.
So
And the
let
other
me-
thing, but the other point is, right, and you have it scrolling thing, past results do not indicate future performance.
Mhm.
Like Frenchie has not come out, the team has not come out and said that for every new release of any of these products, geeks will get boxes allocated, discounted, whatever. There is absolutely zero, to my knowledge, promise or anything to say that that is going to continue on an ongoing basis. It's
Yeah.
always, we never know what's coming, if anything, until he decides and puts the the announcement out there. So
Yeah.
for these breakers to do, and we all know Frenchie's not dumb, like if he foresees this coming and that there's going to be an issue, that the next time things will not be the same. There will be another, additional requirement, something else you have to
Mhm.
do, or some other type of reward. Like,
All right, so two counterpoints to you guys is
Yep.
that we mentioned there are 938 geeks out there, and from what we're seeing, that maybe about 200 of them are held in a BlockPax wallet. So there's about 700. When you guys are saying like I would never sell, it reminds me like the whole Richard Nixon election when the person in New York City, she's like, I didn't know anybody who voted for Nixon. How could he get elected? And it's like, because we get stuck in our circle. You guys have, Jen, you're an OG of OG, and Tex, you've been around a very long time. People like you aren't selling, and you're surrounded by people who aren't selling. But there's 700 people, or there's 700 geeks being held by people, and they're not all like that, like you. And for instance, I just look quick. The numbers, like you have to look at the blockchain closely. This doesn't include. I don't think there's been anything on BlockPax's website, but it's about 15 sales in the last month. So you're talking a sale every 2 days. You guys are acting like these don't go. It's like, and again, you got to remember, this is a community that trusts. So we don't see necessarily the sales on OpenSea or the BlockPax marketplace, but we do see them as a community trade. And so what these transfers are showing is that, again, it's about 15 just in the last month. So if you're transferring one every 2 days, make no, I don't agree with it. Like, I actually think this is a bigger issue. And again, it's, I love breakers, but I'm just saying is like, if the geeks shift strongly to the breakers and they're in there and they're just muscling, I think that will affect Frenchie's, like when he thinks about benefiting the geeks, he sees this group of people at the front who he's made clear he doesn't want them getting, distribution wholesale prices for their breaking.
Well, how many of those 15 sales though have gone to people who are buying a geek for the first time versus somebody that's buying somebody that already holds geeks buying another geek? Just because there were 15 sales doesn't mean
transfers.
There's 15 transfers.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean there were there's
and it also
15
doesn't mean
new
it also
geek
doesn't.
holders.
Yeah, and it also doesn't mean that they're all breakers. Number one, and
Right.
I mean, I know you've stated that you don't have anything against breakers, and they are needed, but breakers are part of the community, and geeks are part of the community, so they're 100% entitled to purchase a geek, a few
Free
geeks,
market, baby. Isn't that what you tell me all the time,
whatever they can
Slappy?
get. Like I said, there's nothing that anyone's going to do. I highly doubt Frenchie and the team are going to step in on the front end of that and do anything to prohibit, exclude. Like, that's not going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can potentially, if it is perceived as a huge enough issue, and if there actually is an issue, that something is done on the back end as far as what the geeks reward scheme turns out to be for the next products. Like I said, there people, they're breakers are begging to get these geeks and want to buy them and everything else based off of nothing guaranteed.
Right. And they could also, I mean, down the road, if it does become an issue, they could just cap the number of geeks you're able to, use per release. Like, cap it at, you can You can use 2 Legends geeks. You can use
but again,
3
that's going back
heroes. You can do
he's
5
not going to do
All-Star.
that. I mean, the other thing is you have people that have geeks and they're in the chat all the time, right? Where they're not going to use their full allowance or their full allocation. So
and how many of those geeks sitting in OpenSea are in wallets that haven't even been looked at in 3, 4, 5 years?
Right.
You know, how many, so there's a majority of geeks out there that'll never be seen the benefit, that people either bought and forgot about, or they just, it sits in a wallet somewhere. Maybe they lost their, key, they lost their ledger and they'll never have access to it again.
You don't really know what's going to happen. And at the end of the day, if breakers bad intentions, and I'm not saying anyone has bad intentions, but if their intention is to try and circumvent the system and get as much product as they can discounted, there's enough ways to figure out how to do that in the current system without buying geeks. Like, it's like if you want to find a way, you're going to find a way.
And I think, by the way, I want to stress don't forget your point, Tex, but I want to stress with the geeks too, is that there are benefits, but it's not something where, this group of people benefits and you can't. The thing about the geeks are when it comes up for sale, is somebody who already holds a geek has no greater chance to get the next geek than anybody in the world, all 7 billion people. So I think that's very important, is that barrier to entry, there is none. It's just people will, and actually, if you offer enough money, you can get one because it's the free market. But I think we need to be clear about that because we don't want people, I know in the early days of Bo Jackson Battle Arena, that's one thing that made the BoBA team nervous. In fact, they were doing something for it wasn't even the geek community. I think it was just more the Dutch auction and people kind of who knew. And they were saying, nope, we need to educate the entire community so they have an opportunity for this. So I think it's important to stress during this geek conversation is that the team is always looking at fairness to the people who don't hold geeks. There's definitely benefits, but it's not like you're getting something that these other people who came after you, bag holders, will never have an opportunity to get. This isn't about bag holding or stuff like that. Tex, hopefully you remembered your point. Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say that too. I think, if it does become a thing where, breakers or whoever start buying up all these geeks, for everyone that gets sold, the next one is going to sell for more. They're not going to sell for less. So at what point does it get cost prohibitive to buy a geek, on a risk reward standpoint? Like, this Legend geek, I can get 3 boxes or 5 boxes of the next release, but it's going to cost me $10,000. At what point does, do I want to invest $10,000 to be able to buy 5 extra boxes?
But yeah,
I think
you're paying 10 grand for the geek, and then you also have to pay 10 plus
right,
grand for the boxes.
So at what point?
These are not free, but I think we have to make that very clear too. Like the geeks,
you're not.
There's nothing for free. Like it's
you're getting access. Yeah. So so at what point does a breaker say, well, 10 grand is going to kill me on my profit margin, even if I am getting access to more product?
Right.
So I think that's one thing that'll keep it. Keep it from getting out of control.
I never like to go against the free market. I was curious what your thoughts, but a couple of comments from the Munoz Mon in the chat. He said, with the claim on the Griffey set that just shipped is shipping, would people not want to sell their geek now? And then he followed it up by saying, have money in the pocket now rather than hold until next release. Obviously still have Wonders of the First. So I had a couple thoughts, but Jen, Tex, do you guys have any thoughts about those comments?
So I want to understand his.
He's basically saying we all got this Griffey benefit, right? Tecmo's not coming out for a while, so sell the geek now. Like you just got the benefit, boom, sell it, and then maybe buy it back in a month or.
Yeah, but you're going to be buying it back at probably double what you sold it for.
Well,
yeah. I mean, my whole thing is like there's a lot of like moving parts to this whole thing, right? I mean, for us that were in at the beginning, who got our hands on some of these geeks, right? When we were all coming through this process, right? No one was in this whole thing to just sink money into a project and just kind of play along all day and not ever get anything out of it. So if you look at the history of Black Ops, kind of the first time, if you weren't like a daily kind of trader and that wasn't your sole mission on recouping and selling everywhere. If you were a holder, like majority of the people, the OGs for the most part, your first chance at a return of any substance is really these geeks for the most part. If you look at it, if you look at all the projects that we went through, all the different iterations, like for someone that held something, it's the geek. So those people that have been through everything, I can see them now saying, okay, I finally have something that people want. You know what I'm saying? That's worth something that I can, if I need to, I can, sell this or rent it out, however they want to do it, but it's actually something that's valuable as a commodity in the community. So I can see some people. And the other thing is, a lot of people came in for different reasons. Not everyone that owns a geek is into BoBA or into Wonders of the First. So I think you have different segments of pockets of people in block packs as a whole, which I rope into, the OG block packs, Wonders of the First, and BoBA community, the whole big enchilada. You have different pockets in there about what people are looking to do, what their long-term prospects are, what their, so that's why I don't think it's going to be a huge issue like you do, because I think there's enough variety of what people's goals are that everyone isn't just going to dump everything all at once.
Yeah. And I mean, there's some people out there who, had geeks, because of Razes and stuff. And, if Razes ever come back, you're going to need those geeks probably.
And I'm sorry, but I work damn hard to get all my female geeks. So
How many female geeks do you hold? Or did you hold? Or
I don't remember at the time. I would have to go check, but that was a fun place.
Yeah. So I just one more comment I just want to make about the Munoz mon, where he was talking about would people not want to sell their geek now? It's a very important thing that we haven't talked about. But for instance, there was a recent benefit with the Griffey set. It had to do with other projects, but if you held a geek, they put out an announcement and said, hey, we're behind on this. So as a thank you, we're going to give away this Griffey product to everybody who holds a geek and has done X, Y, and Z over here. And they said, which they always do, they say, don't move geeks around now. We took the snapshot already. So when the Munoz mon says hey, why not sell it? Is because probably you think about the Barefoot Parrots. You think about it was known the pairing for the Wonders of the First art proofs, but the geek I would say 20 to 30% of the time they take snapshots and they tell you after the fact what you got. So why would you not sell it? A big reason is you don't know what they're going to announce. And it's not that it'll drive the price up. It's that it already happened. And if it's sitting in your wallet, you get the benefit of it. So that's a big reason why you want to sell it. I will say the people who sell is what's interesting is there really is becoming utility in the geeks, even more so than there used to be. But typical Wonders of the First, Bo Jackson Battle Arena block packs assets is you have people who think they're worth more than diamonds. And then you have people who want them, but they won't pay a lot for them. And so you have this impasse. It's the craziest market you've ever seen in the world, where everybody wants it, but they're only willing to pay this much. And everybody wants, and there are a lot of people who are willing to sell, but they'll only sell for this much. And what happens is, my favorite story is True Blue Ninja. He needed hay for the winter for his livestock. And that's why he ended up selling one of his geeks. He didn't want to, but so when somebody has a car repair, when somebody has to get that is when people sell geeks. People don't sell geeks because they're just you know what? I think the price looks good. I'm going to sell it. Nobody sells it for that reason. Yeah. To your point, what you were saying earlier.
And if you are looking to buy a geek, go into the Discord. That's where you're going to get your best deal. Go into the community, find a community member who holds multiple, and, see what they have to offer and see what they're willing to let one go for. Don't, you can start at OpenSea and, do your research and go into the marketplace. But when it comes time to buy, I start in the Discord and see what kind of deal I can work out. if you hold some sealed product, maybe you could trade some sealed product for it. Maybe you could trade some cards for it. It doesn't have to be a strictly cash deal within the Discord, because the people in the Discord are pretty much hardcore community members and collectors, and they might not, they might value a one of one more than cash, for a geek. So if you're in the market, definitely start in the Discord.
All right.
And this is not financial advice.
I know.
No, never take any financial advice from Tex.
I haven't put that banner yet up on this show, so I'll get that loaded for next time.
We need that.
I don't have.
That should be our background.
Yeah.
This is not financial advice.
It's not financial.
Just a running crawl.
Yeah, explosion. I don't know what I'm going to use that
Did
for.
Snappy's basement just cave in? What was that?
Right. So, guys, I think that's about it. Tex, you wanted to rip that hobby box. We probably, I was going to ask if you still wanted to, but we kind of promised people that you would rip it. So now at this point, you kind of got to do it. Jen, is there any? Well, while he's ripping, Jen, I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to bring up or talk about, but we can.
I'll go through a couple packs while we wrap up here.
Hold on. Oh, actually, before you do that, let me play the.
Wait.
Hold on.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
I won't take it out of the pack yet.
Don't take it out of the pack. It's
still in there.
Don't take it out because Rob.
Look, I got one of the acetate packs.
Yes.
Where all the cards are clear.
All right.
Yeah, see, that's gonna be my plea every stream.
Don't guess the price.
Yes.
Look up their value now at radishpriceguide.com.
All right, radishpriceguide.com. He is very close to getting Wonders of the First live. That actually is very difficult because all the product is so similar. A formless foil to a classic foil to a paper that it's been very hard to get that. Hold on, Tex. I got to get you on the bigger screen, and I apologize. It's just here we go. I think that's okay, Tex. So radishpriceguide.com, every time you see this, try tilting it downwards because of your light. Maybe that'll be less. Yeah, I think so.
How amazing is the art for Baldwin?
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Ooh, little first pack magic.
Nice.
Little Robin Hood.
Maybe hold it back towards your face. Oh, that's good. That's great.
Yeah, that was good.
And Tex is ripping
Blizzard.
A hobby box from Bo Jackson Ballerina, and this is part of his 3 hobby boxes he purchased at the National Card Show, and you would expect that to be an option again this coming year to get guaranteed product. That was open to everybody. That was not a geek benefit.
There's my paper.
Come on, you can show the paper for people. Just really quick.
Get out.
Scary
Terry. Scary Terry.
I think the trick is just hold them steady.
Oh my god! Wait,
hold on.
Every freaking pack.
Is this going to be better than the Bayheim you pulled? Is this better than the Bayheim?
Probably, yeah.
Oh my god!
But not as near and dear to my heart.
But I can't.
It's not a one-of-one. Then
this is one I really, really wanted to hit an autograph of, and it's a biggie.
Oh my god! Holy! I can't.
Wow!
Look at that signature.
Hold on, hold it up so I can get
beautiful.
Oh
Good
yeah.
Grief.
Got you guys aren't. Why am I seeing this backwards? It's not backwards to you.
Tex, just go with it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Why am I seeing this backwards?
No low plays.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, shucks. So sad for you.
I'm just telling you what's in here.
Hey, can we get Frenchie on the phone? Tex has a busted a box here.
Yeah, busted pack. He didn't get a low play.
Okay, well, nothing crazy in this pack.
Oh,
like you expected it.
I think just hold it. Camera.
Yeah, that's good.
I gotta hold it like in front of my head.
Yeah, right in front of your face. We don't need to see your face. Just FYI.
We would prefer not to.
Yeah, I know. Jen tells me that every week just before we come on air.
Maybe
You know, we don't really need to see you.
I was gonna say, Slappy, can we get like, oh, you know what we need to do?
Hey, wait.
We need to go, Slappy, you gotta go get like a green mask.
Oh, that's great.
And then we can make him look like whoever we want. Oh.
Did you see T-Sage text? Just joining, so I'm sure I missed the answer to this, but how many dicks has Tex looked at since Thanksgiving? And was he successful during his searches?
I've been checking out a lot of dicks, sporting goods, and I have yet to find anything. And the dicks, I literally live 500 yards from a Dick's.
Wait. This is the worst part. We started the show late today because I found out the Dick's closest to me, a half an hour away, got a case. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful belladonna. Oh my gosh. Is that and so I drove to get it because the case just got open. Tex literally can, if he ran fast, he could get to a Dick's in 60 seconds from his front door. And what did you find out, Tex?
They got in 8 megas last week, last Wednesday, and sold out of all of them in a day, and I missed them.
Yeah, he literally and Tex, since we know the first Dick's got hit, like a week ago, you have not been
I hate when dicks get hit.
You have not been checking twice a day, right?
I have not, no. Because you know, as surprising as it is, I do have a life to live outside of this.
Burn, baby. Hey, if you don't want that one, hey, you know, as a Yankee fan, Tex, if you don't care about that one, I'll take it.
Oh God.
We'll talk.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Come on, look at it. It's a 190 power too. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm talking about he's a Met. I'm talking about Bernie.
I'm just saying the card's amazing. It's a huge card.
Did anyone say that it wasn't?
I'm happy about it. Damn, bunch of negative Nancys.
You do a breaker of the year is not holding the cards proper. If you're watching this the first time, you're not going to fall in love with Bo Battle Arena, but this is the presentation.
How's that for
there you go.
Yeah, that bad boy.
I love it. Let's see. Can I do it better?
So, Slappy, you've ripped some product.
Yeah.
We knew that Jeff wanted to rejigger the how the super short print and the short print plays worked, and I have found surprisingly few short print plays. How about you?
No, I haven't. I'm in the 40s, which of course this is the one part people get confused about. It's just think of March Madness. Plays 1 through 16, the shortest. 17 through 32, short print. But then 33 through 64, oh, that's nice. 33 through 64, and that's the traditional Maverick.
This is the normal. Yeah,
normal. Okay.
The Cooper flag artwork is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean the ballerina flag. That's just. But so if you have plays 34 through 64, no, sorry, 33 through 64, those are still rare. It's when you get to 65 and up, it's just all garbage being printed in a ton. But I will tell you this, Tex. Jams, who we all know rips, they literally back a Barnes and Noble up to his house, that much product, and that's what he rips. He was talking about how very little that he got. He is not getting those low number plays.
Yeah, I've seen, I mean, out of everything I've ripped, I've got maybe 2 or 3 plays that are in the top 10, and maybe another handful that are in the top 20.
Yep. Yeah, Whiplash saying unicorn. Yeah. Oh God, that. By the way, it's interesting. I'm surprised that Super Baby has the Red Sox colors on.
That's a jersey match, right?
But that they couldn't have switched his colors for San Francisco, right? I actually haven't ripped it. I saw yours quick, but he has the Red Sox colors, not the Giants colors, right?
Yeah. Well,
Maybe it's
it
hard
could
to
be
tell on Brawl.
orange. It might be orange around the number.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say with everything else being red.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
it
the
looks
Brawl
like that
card.
could be orange. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that's orange.
Maybe the Power Glove is up.
Oh, so now, do we think that does this count as my one autograph per box, or does this count as like
Well,
just
let's.
the bubble gum?
I don't
hat,
know, I guess we'll
and I
find
still
out.
am due for an
Oh
autograph.
no, because every hobby box has a
As
box
one
hit,
autograph.
right? Every
Yeah, I would
like,
say you're still entitled to I would say you still get an auto. But
entitled. Well, watch with your entitlement.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I would
I
say
love when I'm entitled.
so guys, though, that was the whole thing. Remember, Frenchie was going to say it was an autograph or it was going to be a hit, a case hit, or I remember how you phrased it. It wasn't case hit. It was going to be one or the other. And then, but the people, they couldn't educate them, so like we just put them both in. So that's why I think people are seeing those two autos in their boxes. So text, I would agree. How many packs in are you in right now?
Oh, here's an interesting pack. So there's a paper, and then a foil. So that's odd.
Only
Then we
one
go
paper.
back to paper. Then we go back to
Oh, okay.
paper. Then another foil. Oh. Then
Oh,
another foil.
Come on with the. This is why I just.
Oh wow, that's
Ooh, a
that's
glow
beautiful
foil.
artwork.
Yeah, the glows are cool.
And then the 3 plays and the hot dog.
I'm
And
trying to.
do we know is the ghost cards a real thing again this year?
Well, I mean, it was on accident, so I would assume.
Right,
not.
but now is it on purpose this year though?
Is it
See
what?
that? Is it on purpose this year though? Because there seem to be a lot more.
Yeah, but that's a foil. That's not. It's not ghost on the side, right? Or wait, you're
No,
showing
but
the
look
one.
at the
Oh yeah.
the blacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's
You know
still.
what's
I think
lighter
there's
the
still
one is?
variety, but I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't know. Oh, I haven't seen much chatter on
Yeah.
Ghost this go around.
How many packs do you have left?
1, 2, 3, maybe 7 or 8.
Okay,
Here, I'll go
I
fast.
I'm trying to. No, you're good. I'm trying to find. People love this. The like Jen and I talking with you. Oh my god, they just want more of it.
Oh yes, I know. It's riveting.
I'm trying to find. Jeff made a Dick's Sporting Goods comment, and I'm trying to find it because it was great. Yes, wait, that's Super Baby. That wasn't a Power Glove, right? So is it clear?
No,
that
this is again because it's the fire.
Yeah,
It's very hard to tell if that's
right.
orange or red.
I mean, the socks are so red though.
But they look red there. But when you look at it, like with the
Right.
naked eye, like not on camera, it looks more orange. So
What?
Frenchie
Huh?
made a comment.
Uh-oh.
You made a
Am I in
comment. Where?
trouble?
No, he made a comment. He was listening to us.
Cody, thank you, man. Thanks for watching, tuning in.
Jen, where are you seeing? I'm not seeing the Frenchie comment.
It's in,
Jen,
in Discord.
your mouth is agape right now. By the way,
My what?
your mouth is. This is what you were doing when you were looking at. Do you want to
So,
share for folks
Jen,
who are?
what's he
I
saying?
don't know. It's in Geek News. I guess I can share, right?
If it's it's public.
Oh yeah. So this was Frenchie's comment, by the way, when they found out the Bo Jackson battle team wasn't expecting it to hit Dick's Sporting Goods until December 8th. So both Doug and Frenchie were surprised, and so Frenchie goes, "Dick's on shelf," was his response, and he goes, "Yes, I'm standing by that comment."
So
Hey, by
Jen,
the way-
what's the breaking news here?
I'm not reading the last part because he says
Mocks
you're
it?
funny, and I don't need you to think you're any funnier than you already think you are.
Wait, Frenchie complimented me in public?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Oh, Frenchie thinks I'm funny. Hey, you know what?
Jealousy is very ugly on you two, I must say.
Hey, every time Tex speaks.
Oh, low play 27.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
And again, that is part of the 17 through 32. That is the SP, not the SSP or the rare.
Correct.
All right. So do you want me to read what he said?
I do. I want you to read it.
I do.
I said I'm not reading. I'm not reading.
Start with the
PS.
end.
I'm not reading
Start with the end and read it
postscript. I'm not reading PS.
Tex is like, read it, please.
He said he was listening to Radish Break Room on a delay. Something I'd like to add to the canon, and this is obviously for geeks. If breakers buy geeks to get access to product, so be it.
Oh, wait, hold on. This isn't the geek announcements?
Yes.
No, let's not talk about that.
Okay, that's what I said.
Yeah. So, no, I didn't know it was in the geek announcement.
I told you that.
Yeah. Sorry, I was too busy running the soundboard. But as your producer, I take full responsibility. But no harm, we didn't talk about it.
No,
so, for folks who are watching this, and we actually still have quite a few people.
Low
All right,
play
we
4.
got there. Play number what?
4.
4.
Hold on. Let me. All right. Let me get the banner out of the way. So, or the comment. Hold on. Sorry. Is that all right? Nice text. So the one thing that just to let folks know is that if you hold a geek, there are gated channels in a social media app called Discord, and there are geek announcements that they put out. And so there is no insider information. There's nothing that happens. In fact, the opposite. Usually they say things like, hey, we have a chance to really grow the community. Can you help out? That's where a lot of the announcements come from. So, and I guess in this case, he's just having some fun making an announcement. But out of respect to that gated channel is that we rule number 1 of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club.
Oh.
Uh-oh, my screen just froze.
That's okay. It's a good one to
You
freeze
guys hear
on.
me?
Awesome card.
Yeah.
What just happened?
Yeah, we can hear you, but no.
And now I can't see your face.
No, wait. Hey, this is.
Hey, I'm back.
This is Tex when
Jump scare.
he's like, my screen froze.
We're down to 4 more packs after this one.
And you're looking
All
for
right.
that second
So
pack.
we haven't seen another
Second
auto
auto.
I
yet.
haven't seen a second auto yet. no.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay. Cupid.
In the Radish Break Room, we break it down. Wonders Bow Battle, best show in town.
It's a great
That's
card.
cool. I like that one.
Super break it down in the Radish Break Room.
Oh, play number 18.
There you go.
Nice. So just out of that SSP, it's not 1 through 16, but still a rare play, SP play.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a funny comment though. Because Slappy, you posted. Where'd you post it? Where'd you post Texas?
In the BoBA general chat
Yeah.
channel.
And then right under that, we'll play a guessing game. Who do we think commented on Texas hit and said this guy?
I'm supposed to be guessing this?
Yeah, who could that? Who in their right mind, delusional man, would say that?
I don't know.
This guy, as if he doesn't hit everything.
Oh, B-Jams?
Yeah.
B-Jams?
Uh,
What? B-Jams is jealous of something I
Yeah,
hit?
exactly.
Yeah.
This guy.
I don't believe
Okay.
it.
he ripped a lot of product. He did not hit a lot of bangers in the product he ripped for Ken Griffey.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No, he did not. Absolutely not. Nope. He hit like 3. He hit like 3 or 4 great cards, but for the product he ripped, absolutely not.
He didn't.
Did
rip
he didn't
that
hit a 1 of 1 or anything?
He
No.
didn't rip- How much did he rip? He didn't rip that much.
He ripped at least 12 hobbies. I know that. I think it was 16 hobbies. That's 16 hobbies, dude. That's
Yeah,
like
I
5.
think he got a-
That's like 5 jumbos worth. to get 3 really great cards, like that's not overkill.
He had more than 3.
Based on what we're seeing people rip in the community, I mean, they were good cards, but like, no, I mean, I think he had 3 or 4 great cards.
Has anybody seen the alpha battle foils? I still have yet to see one.
I know. I want to see it because they're saying that the team at the printer shop, last pack magic, that the team at the printing house, right, there was a confusion, and so they weren't correlated properly. So they got to look so much like the regular foils, right?
Well, yeah. Apparently the difference is in the lettering of the pack.
Well, is it the lettering of the pack, or it just says ABF?
No, I mean the numbering. It has
ABF
an A in front of it, I believe.
Right.
And then it has the old Breaking Bat logo instead of the new logo.
Oh.
Wait, it has the old logo.
Big difference. Yeah, it has the that logo on the bottom of the card
Whiplash
instead of that logo.
Where'd you see it, Whiplash?
Yeah, Whiplash, go ahead and.
Oh, Whiplash has seen one?
Whiplash, put it in the Radish Discord and any of the chat channels, and I also will put it for folks watching this recorded. I'll put it at radishdigital.com on our homepage. So if you can send me a photo of that. That's Tex. You're not hitting. That was your one auto, right?
It was my one auto, but I did another nice card.
The way your timing's horrible. I'm thinking that's the nice card when you're like,
I did showmanship. I'm building to it.
Wait, hold on, Jen. Ready for it? Oh. Yeah. I'm surprised Tex isn't doing it with a middle finger.
That is cool.
Jackson Dark
the glows are. I like the new glows.
Yes. And that is it. That's the box.
By the way, we do want to thank Cody. Thank you to you 3 for all the insight and knowledge. Love catching your lives. Time to go bid on some spots. Thanks, Cody, for joining us today.
Cody, enjoy and good luck. Hit some bangers.
All right, Janet.
My penny sleeves.
Oh my God! All right, so he's already off. So that was
on this desk.
The build-up made it shine. That's right. According to Hen, thanks for joining us right there. And of course,
Hen, coming in right at the end of the show. Perfect timing.
Yep, awesome, great, thanks.
Great, thanks, Hen. Thanks for thanks for the effort.
For showing up.
God bless. Look at that, his dog and his kid. I would say, like, if they're on an ice floe, he's gonna have a hard time deciding which one to save if he can only save one. Look at the way he's hugging them both.
Dog's much cheaper to save.
Thank you, Whiplash, for joining us, and Hen, you don't get that much credit for making it at the end. Tex, any final thoughts?
No, I love you guys. I love this product.
Any thoughts? Period.
Oh my God, you know what he reminds me of right now? The scene from Love Actually.
I'm very euphoric right now.
Like the Love Actually, where Billy, the rocker, where it's like anything you want to say, Billy. It's like, kids, don't buy drugs.
Yeah.
I'm a rocker.
Don't do roofies.
Don't self-roofie.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just say no.
Yeah.
Roofing.
Interesting how an hour and 23 minutes changes your thinking. That's kind of. All right, Janet.
Remember, if anybody's wondering, I'm always in the market for my boy Jimmy B.
All right, Jen.
Yes.
You I'm looking forward to next week when we'll have your intro and outro recorded. Boom! It's going to be like magic. People can hear this great song we've been playing in the background. Any final words from you?
No, it has been an absolute blast as always. Never know what's gonna come out of Texas mouth.
Yeah.
I can only prepare and script for so much.
And
Dicks, it is.
Is that you, Slappy? Oh, okay.
This was not meant to be another dicks joke. But it's like, hey, what's in my bag of dicks?
What's in your bag?
Slappy's got a big bag of dicks for everybody.
I'm just swinging a big bag of dicks right here. So the reason why the show started 15 minutes late today is I called the closest dicks, which is 45 minutes away. And the guy goes, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, it's purple. It's kind of silly. It's like a cartoonish Ken Griffey Jr. I don't want to be like, it's the hottest product. Dude, do you have any? Like, you're like, yep. And by the time you get here in a half an hour, it'll be gone. So I'm like, it's kind of silly. There's this guy Spec. He doodles. And like, that's all it is. So when I got there, yes, I was able to pick up 2. They had 8 at the store, and I'm gonna let Pilgrim know, so he can head over there because Pilgrim's not far away from there. So he can go over there. I will say, I got
after you went in and bought everything, you're gonna let him know you're
after you
hell of
went
a
in
guy.
and got it,
Hell of a
and
guy,
then did
Slappy.
an hour and a half show.
Yeah.
I will say,
friend.
Hell of a guy. He might be able to get one booster box, maybe.
Yeah.
I will say, I saw a Maine license plate in the parking lot. My first thought was Longta because he's got those Jersey people driving up and down the East Coast, and I was like, dang it! I'm like, he's like in my area. He came down from Maine, and he's like in here trying to buy this product, but.
Talcott, that sounds like a genetic issue.
It's a mountain. It's a street. Like he's being weirdly Connecticut with that. All right, so this is. I'm gonna bring in. I'm still getting used to the new system. We're gonna pump up the. We're gonna pump up the music. We're gonna have people go out that way, and you guys are gonna dance. And let me go ahead and Tex is going to. He's going to take this call, and we're going to listen to him, and let's crank the music now. Gen Con, Tex Hooper, Slappy White. This has been Radish Break Room. Appreciate everybody who joined us today. The numbers today were crazy live. Not sure why we went so crazy today, but we loved having all of you. We're here every Wednesday, 12 o'clock Eastern. Join us.
Drop it.
In the Radish Break Room, we break
Jen,
it down.
I'm sending you some Molly, and we're both gonna take Molly before the next show.
Gen Context Super break it
Maybe nobody can hear
down.
me.
In the Radish Break Room.
No, we hear you.
Radish Break Room.
Oh, good. I mean, you're not getting any Molly, just me and Jen. We need lasers and like those reggae, like mew 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 mew. Where's that sound effect?
In the Radish Break Room,